On today's episode, Elon Musk promises autonomous Teslas in 2022, a railroad into Giga Berlin, Tesla China sues an influencer, the Model Y with 4680 batteries is here, the Model 3 breaks more records, and a cruise ship manages to ruin a SpaceX rocket launch. Let's get going. We've got confirmation straight from Tesla that the initial run of Model Y SUVs from Giga Texas will be equipped with the new 4680 cells and structural battery pack. Elon confirmed that Tesla has been building several Model Y units at Gigafactory Texas in recent days as the factory nears production approval. Elon also confirmed that the 4680 battery cells and structural battery pack system would be used in vehicles built at Giga Texas. Tesla updated the timeline for the plant in its shareholder deck by stating, builds of Model Ys started in late 2021 at Gigafactory Texas. After final certification of the Austin-made Model Y, we plan to start deliveries to customers. Interestingly, Tesla also stated in its Q4 2021 shareholder deck that Model Ys built at Gigafactory Berlin in Germany would not initially equip the 4680 cells. These vehicles will use 2170 battery cells at first, which have been used in the Model 3 and Model Y since their early production days. Drew Baglino, the senior vice president of powertrain for Tesla, said that 4680 cells are not a constraint to our 2022 volume plans. He added that he expects the first vehicles equipping the 4680 cells to be delivered by the end of Q1 2022. We're only a month into 2022, and Elon Musk has already made his bold prediction about Tesla's full self-driving for the year. On Tesla's Q4 earnings call, January 26th, Elon said that he would be shocked if Tesla does not achieve full self-driving that is safer than human drivers this year. Now, two things to note here. One, Elon acknowledged that the safety level of an average human driver is shockingly low, so it's not exactly a high standard to exceed. And thing number two is, of course, Elon makes these predictions about achieving full self-driving every year, and to date, none of them have been accurate. So the real question becomes, is there anything different about this prediction that might indicate it being any more credible than the previous attempts? I would say that yes, there is more weight attached to this particular forecast than ever before. Hear me out. Elon specifically said that the goods would be delivered this year. In the past, we've always heard him tell us that Tesla would achieve autonomy next year. The timetable has been accelerated. I'm not saying that's better, but it is different. Moreover, if we take Elon's 2019 Autonomy Day presentation, for example, he said Tesla would have robotaxis on the road in 2020, but he also didn't present any kind of evidence that might have backed up his claim, probably because it didn't exist. At the time, the only real-world examples we had of Tesla's full self-driving abilities were Smart Summon, which didn't work back then and still doesn't even really work now, and auto lane changes on the freeway, which is neat, but far from anything that we'd call impressive. So contrast that time in 2019 with the past year or so, where we've actually been able to watch the FSD beta program evolve in front of our own eyes. Many of us now, about 60,000 Tesla owners, have even become a part of the testing and development process for FSD beta. So we have a much different perspective. We can say that there has been a significant amount of improvement over the course of the beta program. We've seen how fast the Tesla engineers can take the software from being very glitchy and dangerous and borderline useless at first to the point now where it can mostly do the right thing most of the time and only occasionally run into danger. And if we were to extrapolate that amount of progress out for another, let's say, 10 months, then yeah, we might level up to a point where the car is doing the right thing 99 times out of 100, which is probably a better average than most humans behind the wheel. Now, it's obviously not that easy to make an accurate prediction when all we have to go off is personal experience, anecdotes, and YouTube videos. It would still be great if Tesla could release some data for us to look over, even something as simple as average disengagements per mile so we could see how they look on a graph. Would be awfully helpful if anyone's listening. Just saying. Lastly, there is going to be a regulatory approval to overcome, which I do think it's possible for the software to reach level 4 autonomy capabilities this year. I do think it's going to take a lot longer than that before the NHTSA gives their full go-ahead for this to roll out to customers as a level 4 product, which would mean zero requirement for driver monitoring, which would mean you could literally take a nap or play video games behind the wheel legally. I feel like getting over that hurdle might actually be more of a challenge than the software engineering itself. Every year, most people set New Year's Eve resolutions, but around 80% of these will get abandoned in just the first 2 months, which is why we're really excited to tell you about our new sponsor, the Fabulous app. The Fabulous app was developed by behavioral scientists at Duke University and has guided journeys for common resolutions like exercising more, improving your sleep, and eating healthier. The best way to succeed with your resolutions is to transform them into tiny habits and stick to them. You can choose habits recommended by Fabulous or create your own routine for the morning, afternoon, or evening. Everyone can use a helping hand, and with Fabulous, you can get short 2 to 3 minute coaching sessions designed by the Fabulous behavioral science team to help you get ready for your day or wind down and relax at night. And if you want even more accountability, you can join challenges with hundreds of other Fabulous members to help succeed together. Developing a better fitness routine is at the top of my list for 2022, and Fabulous is helping me with that New Year's resolution. I love how everything I need to work out is all on one app, all while keeping me accountable and helping me form better everyday habits. There's no better investment than in yourself, so start building your ideal daily routine. The first 100 people who click on the link will get 25% off a Fabulous subscription, and now let's get back to the video. The location for Giga Berlin was chosen for a number of smart reasons, one of which being the fact that a railway line passes straight through the factory site, connecting the local industrial area with the rest of the tracks. Tesla has acquired a section of that railway, which we are now learning will allow the company to carry out logistics in an environmentally friendly and efficient way. Tesla purchased the existing railway track from the Deutsche Regional Eisenbahn Group for a better connection to its Giga Berlin. This was confirmed in January by a representative of the Brandenburg Ministry of Infrastructure and State Planning. Prior to Tesla moving in, this section of railway had been unused for about 1 year, but the infrastructure remained in good working order. The route was originally designed for competitive freight traffic, so it could offer a number of benefits for Tesla. Basically, this means less reliance on heavy trucking to move supplies into the factory. The route is classified as a public line and is approved for heavy loads up to 21 tons per wheel pair. According to local sources, the load can be increased even up to 22.5 tons since the railway does not cross any bridge structures and the length of the train can reach 1,968 feet. At the moment, the speed that is allowed en route is 15.5 miles per hour, but the location of the route can allow a speed increase to almost 25 miles per hour. If Tesla chooses to increase the speed, then it will then be necessary to protect railway crossings with barriers and flashing lights. At the moment, Tesla is planning to run a shuttle train at shift change times for Giga Berlin until the new public transit station is commissioned. The planning, construction, and operation of the shuttle, including the breakpoint, is being taken on by Tesla exclusively. According to Tobias Lind on Twitter, Tesla plans to eventually replace and reroute the track in order to position it in a more convenient way. Right now, the track crosses Tesla territory, dividing it in two. The new route will run along the border of the site without creating inconvenience. The Tesla Model 3 was able to break into the top 20 best-selling cars in Europe in 2021. Plug-in battery-powered electric vehicles now make up 19% of the European auto market. According to the data, 141,429 Tesla Model 3s were registered in 2021, up 64% year over year. That includes a record 27,358 in December alone. It's enough for 17th place among the best-selling cars in Europe. Tesla was also the monthly sales leader twice in December and September. No other electric car model was able to even enter the top 50, with the closest competitor being the Renault Zoe at 71,614 registrations. Last week, it was reported that Tesla's legal team in China is suing a Chinese automotive influencer with 14 million followers. The charge in this case is defamation for simulating a malfunction in a Tesla Model 3 and then publishing false data. The influencer bills himself as a car expert who makes videos about testing and tuning cars on Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok. In April 2021, he published 2 videos comparing the Tesla Model 3 and XPeng P7 automatic emergency braking systems. In both videos, he appears to show that the Model 3's emergency braking system failed to perform. The video garnered 500,000 likes before one of the 2 was removed. The video's authenticity has been questioned by other influencers and Tesla owners who have pointed to signs suggesting he may have actually been stepping on the accelerator during the testing, which would obviously prevent Tesla's automatic emergency braking system from functioning properly. Some have also suggested that the videos were sponsored by Tesla competitors, possibly even by XPeng themselves. Once the court is able to determine the exact Model 3 that was tested in the video, it can request that vehicle's data from Tesla, and using that telemetry, they can determine exactly what position each pedal was in at the time of the test. I couldn't see anywhere the amount of money Tesla is seeking in damages. It might have been lost in translation, but we can assume it's enough to offset whatever amount he may or may not have been paid through the brand deal and scare away anyone else who might try the same. The SpaceX Falcon 9 launch of an Italian Earth observation satellite scheduled for January 30th was forced to scrub, this time as a cruise ship wandered close to the launch pad 20 minutes before liftoff. Of course, delays are not uncommon when it comes to rocket launches. Anything from bad weather to tech malfunctions can be cause for a reschedule, and this launch had already been scrubbed 3 times already due to weather alone. Making it worse, the weather on Sunday was near perfect, and pushing this launch back will be costly. As is normal, the U.S. Coast Guard maintained the normal keep-out zone around the launch area, and the U.S. military's 45th Space Wing had warned boaters about the unusual southerly launch trajectory. Regardless, Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas was spotted heading into the keep-out zone just 20 minutes before scheduled liftoff. Now, like we said, this launch had an abnormal trajectory, and we should remember that waterway is a major traffic source from Florida to the Bahamas, so it could have been any number of ships along the downrange area that was hundreds of miles wide. Regardless of which boat broke the keep-out zone, this scrubbed launch will cost SpaceX a couple $100,000 and delay the launch for a 4th time. This means SpaceX will be having a tight schedule this week with 3 rocket launch attempts in 3 days, leaving no room for any more mistakes. Before we go, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to our newest patrons. You can see them on the screen now. You are all fantastic people, and we appreciate your support. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, check out the link in the description. There are some cool perks in it for you, but more than anything, you'll receive the eternal gratitude of everyone here on the Tesla Space team, and know that you are helping us out on our quest to make the best and most informative videos possible. For more Tesla news delivered straight to your inbox, make sure to subscribe to our Tesla Space newsletter. We keep you up to date on all things Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and Boring Company in one quick and fun to read package. Link in the description to sign up. It's theteslaspace.com. And make sure to drag our emails over into your primary inbox so we don't get lost in the promotions tab. Also, don't forget to check out our new Space Race channel and subscribe over there for even more space exploration content. As always, if you want to continue to learn about everything regarding Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we've got 2 more video options for you on the screen to check out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel for weekly content just like this.